Welcome back, everybody. We're here to pull cards for January the 29th. I am going to be pulling one card for overall energy, and then we'll take a peek at what shows up for each sign. So our overall energy, trying to get that out of the glare, shows up as the Temperance card. It does kind of have a natural look of glare to it already. So overall energy is Temperance card. This talks about the idea of having patience as we are trying to get something accomplished through the day or as we're trying to go through the day. So generally this is patience. Sometimes it can be about finding balance. Sometimes it can be about doing things in a very literally sober type of way. So lots of different ways that this can show up. Let's see what shows up for each individual sign as we combine that with each sign's card. But our theme has to do with the Temperance card. And Aries, what do we have for you guys? Oh, the High Priestess. Look at this. This is basically telling me that you are in a very balanced place. You're finding your balance so that you can pay attention to your intuition and you can trust the intuition that comes into you. We like that. Taurus. Queen of Rods showing up in reverse for Taurus. What's going on here? Boop-a-doo-doo-doo. So Taurus, this talks about something that you're doing that is very independently oriented, not something that you're necessarily doing along with other people. And it talks about the idea of that there's been a little bit of frustration about how quickly that's been moving forward. And today I think you're finding sort of a solution or a breakthrough to help things move forward. And you're being really patient with that new solution or breakthrough. Next up, we're looking at Geminis. So Gemini is Four of Rods showing up in reverse. There's something that you're doing that is away from home or home base or away from family. And I think you're just being very patient with how things are going with whatever that is. So if you're traveling and there are, little snags, this isn't something that generally is a big deal. It's something that's more of an annoying deal that we're trying to be patient with. So whether we're traveling or whether we're just away from our normal home base or home, either way, there's going to be a good opportunity for us to exercise our patience and look at the benefits from that. Being impatient is not going to help us. All right, so that's for Geminis. Next up, let's look at Cancers. All right, so Cancers, what you guys have here is the Eight of Pentacles, and this just tells me that you guys are being very patient with whatever work it is that you're doing today, whether this is the work that you normally do to make a living or whether this is some other type of work. Patience is really the theme as you're doing that to make sure that it is well done and that it doesn't have to be redone. Next, we're going to look at Libras. Okay, so Libra, why did I say Libra? This is for Leo. I totally apologize. Has a lot of air energy on it, probably why it felt like a Libra. So Leo's Two of Swords. You're making some kind of decision today, and you're making it in a very fair way. You may not feel like you exactly have enough information to make this decision in an educated way today. So you want to allow yourself that time to sort of sit with this decision so that you arrive at a conclusion that feels right. Once it sits with you well and it feels right, then it's good to go. If you're feeling like you're pressured and you're not sure, but you just have to make a decision right now, do whatever you can to remove that pressure and give yourself some time to let the decision sort of settle. Okay, that was Leo. Next up, we're looking at Virgo. Okay, Virgo's Five of Swords showing up here in reverse. This talks about the idea that you're being called upon today to be a peacemaker, whether that is between two other parties or whether that's between you and somebody else. And the overall energy says that, it's really worth it to exercise patience in this endeavor. Impatience or trying to rush to the other side where there's peace is only going to create havoc and make things take longer. So we don't really want to do that. So be patient with the process. All right, so that was Virgo. Next up is Libra. Libra's Nine of Cups coming up in reverse. Libras, I'm going to tell you, there's somebody in your sphere of influence today, or maybe even yourself, that is letting go of some type of addiction, whether it's alcohol, food, street drugs, pills, video games, whatever it is. Either you or somebody in your sphere of influence is trying to let go of whatever that addiction might be or that escapist behavior is. And it's really important for you to be patient, either with yourself in this situation, if this is you, or if it's somebody in your sphere of influence. It's going to be important for you to be patient with that person. Whatever it is that they're giving up is apparently not easy at all. Not easy at all. So you want to be patient with them, patient and supportive, whether it's yourself or someone else. Next up, we're looking at Scorpio. King of Pentacles in reverse. Boop-ba-da-doo-doo, boop-ba-da-doo. All right, which way is this playing out for Scorpios? Scorpios, this just talks about the idea that I think you're kind of looking a little bit, or we are, for some type of financial breakthrough or something to happen, some energy to move in this area with that King of Pentacles in reverse. And with the Temperance card, it says patience, patience, patience. Keep doing your manifesting work. Keep doing whatever it is to bring in that breakthrough, but don't get impatient. Don't grow weary in well-doing, as the Bible says. Keep moving forward. Keep working on it. Just because you don't see the results just yet doesn't mean that those results aren't on their way in. A lot of times things are happening behind the scenes that we don't know about just yet. All right, next up is Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, you guys have the Judgment card showing up in reverse. Boop-ba-da-doo. That's interesting with the overall energy, because the Judgment card in reverse basically says that you have an opportunity to put your energy into something that you used to put your energy into in the past. But when you're looking at this opportunity, you're realizing I'm doing something that works out better for me today with that time and that energy. And so you're passing on this opportunity that comes back around from the past. With the Temperance card overall, I think it's going to be really important that as you basically turn somebody down around this situation, it's going to be really important that you're patient with this person. It may be that maybe you're their last resort, or maybe they were just really hoping that things could work well this time. And I think they're going to take it a little hard. So it's important to be patient with them in dealing with this situation. Next up, we are looking at Capricorn. Star card coming up in reverse, Capricorn. So basically, this is telling me that you have a situation that you've been hoping for or expecting for, but you're starting to feel like, oh, it's never going to happen. Never going to happen. Is this the Star card? No, this is the Sun card. I glanced at that. I apologize. That's completely different. Scratch that. We have a completely different story here for you, Capricorn. Gotta watch me, man. Sun card in reverse talks about the idea that you're doing something along with somebody else today, Capricorns, and that you're really enjoying it. You're finding it satisfying or fulfilling. You may be making some compromises here or there so that everybody involved is having a good time. But for the most part, this is exactly the way that you would run this. Okay, and so you're enjoying it. It feels fulfilling and satisfying and happiness making to you. Okay, and with the Temperance card, it just talks about patience. It talks about the idea that there's going to be something about this that is going to require your patience for it to work out well. So maybe whoever it is that you're meeting, maybe they're not quite ready on time. Or maybe they take a little while to make decisions. Whatever this is, patience is called for. It's still a great time together. Just, go into it with the mindset that I'm going to need to use my patience here and it's going to be fine. And it will be. All right, so who was that? Capricorn. Next up, let's look at Aquarius. Okay, so Aquarius, what we see here is the Nine of Rods. Boop, buddy, doo, doo, doo. You're making some kind of preparations today. I don't know what you're preparing for, a trip, a presentation at work, or anything else really, a conversation, but you're making some type of, preparations. You want to make these preparations in a patient way. You don't want to rush through them. You know, if you're studying for a course, you don't want to, do the crash studying before the test. You want to have patience as you make these preparations. You know, think things through, make the preparations in a very thorough way so that later on you don't realize at the last minute, oh my gosh, I'm not prepared for this part of it or that part of it. Make sure that you've got it all covered. Take your time. Okay. So that's for Aquarius. Next up, we're going to look at Pisces. Okay, Pisces, what we have showing up here is the Five of Cups. Five of Cups is a card that talks about feeling disappointed about something. And with that overall energy, we want to be really patient whenever we see this disappointment show up. We want to make sure that we are not making this disappointment into something bigger than what it is, that we're very much in the moment with this. And also that we're very patient with whoever this is that let us down or that has disappointed us. And whenever a spread comes up like this, with even just with these two cards, this really says that that patience is going to pay off. There's something about this letdown or this disappointment that you may not understand at first glance. And so when you're patient with this other person, there's going to be more information that comes up that sort of eases some of the disappointment or the letdown here. So very nice cards actually to have come up in a situation like this. Okay. So thank you guys very much for being here. I do appreciate it. You guys are my wonderful supporters, so please remember to put a thumbs up on the video, share it with others, and of course, put comments down below because I always enjoy reading the comments. Everyone have a fantastic, wonderful, thrilling, peaceful day. I'll be reading for some of you a little bit later on, and the rest of you, I'll see back on the next video. Peace out.